A man alone in a makeshift office, drafting plans to change the world before most people even knew what email was. Brutal hunger, absurd vision, ironclad stubbornness. This is where Amazon began. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't easy, and it came within inches of vanishing before it could grow. What is now a $2.3 trillion empire nearly disappeared. Just another forgotten idea that almost failed to take off. But something deep kept Jeff Bezos going when everything around him was falling apart. And that thing has a name: non-negotiable principles, a way of operating so radical it made the compass point north, no matter how much chaos surrounded it. Before continuing, remember to leave me your like and subscribe to continue seeing more content like this. Customer obsession, long-term thinking, operational excellence, the courage to fail. 4 rules that never bent to trends, markets, or fear itself. Rules others abandoned when the pressure hit and panic took over. The first principle: live for the client. Not just serve or please, obsess over it. From the first click, every Amazon fiber was built to make the buyer's life easier. Bezos knew one thing: in a fast-changing world, the only constant is the customer. While others chased fast sales, Amazon invested millions, not just to understand the customer, but to build a better experience, better deliveries, better prices. And yes, even if that meant losing money for years. The result? Customers who didn't just buy, they cared, stood by Amazon, even through its mistakes. A bond deeper than mere transactions, a silent army impossible to destroy. But there was a time when none of it felt like enough. That now famous $1 million first round almost never happened. Bezos went door to door, meeting after meeting, no after no. At that critical moment, when the dream was falling apart, something unexpected happened. A handful of investors took a chance. No proof, no guarantees, no numbers, just a wild vision, and a man who sounded insane, but absolutely convinced. The second principle: thinking long-term in a world obsessed with quick wins. While others focused on the next quarter, Bezos had his eyes set 30 years ahead. It was almost pathological. This long-term vision saved Amazon's life when the dot-com bubble burst. Thousands of companies collapsed in days. Amazon lost 90% of its stock market value, and many thought it was over. But not. Amazon didn't fall. Bezos smiled in the eye of the storm. Amazon was built to endure, not to impress. He bet on fundamentals, not illusions. Trends come and go. Trust and convenience, always in demand. That's the brutal difference between a sandcastle and a fortress with deep roots. The third principle wasn't glamorous, but it was a killer: operational excellence. Bezos obsessed over the boring details everyone else ignored: delivery times, inventory, shipping costs, consistency. Every second a customer waited too long was damage to the company. Every logistics mistake, public shame. Bezos knew making promises was easy. Delivering every damn day separated fairy tales from legends. That relentless efficiency made Amazon's next move possible: opening the platform to third-party sellers. Why sell just your own products when you could become the place where everyone else did? The marketplace seemed absurd to many. Compete with yourself? Let others profit using your own platform? But in reality, it was a death trap for rivals. Amazon wasn't just a store anymore. It had become the whole game. Many missed something fundamental here. Bezos didn't seek absolute control. He aimed to build an ecosystem so vast, the world couldn't run without it. And he made it happen. But even then, Amazon stumbled, and stumbled hard. The fourth principle: accept failure, because it's the price of success. The Fire Phone was an epic fail. Some Amazon Fresh experiments were so bad, no one dares mention them. And Bezos, he didn't hide them. He embraced them. To him, failure wasn't the enemy. It was proof they were still betting hard enough to keep learning. Every mistake, another brick in the wall of wisdom Amazon was building. While others feared failing in public, Amazon failed big, and kept moving forward at full speed. This culture of failure became a driving force, built something unbreakable: speed of adaptation, the agility to reinvent before others even noticed anything had changed. The brutal truth: nothing, absolutely nothing guaranteed success. Bezos made decisions that could have easily ruined him. Each new bet was all or nothing. No safety net, no rescue manual, just risk. And still they kept jumping. They'd rather die running than survive crawling. Today, Amazon is a monster, selling all kinds of products, dominating cloud computing through AWS, exploring artificial intelligence to transform health, entertainment, even space. But the DNA remains the same. Customer first, think long-term, be operationally brutal, and fail without fear. It wasn't luck. It wasn't about being in the right place. It was about building, day after day, decision after decision, sacrifice after sacrifice. All of it while the world wasn't watching. And that, in a world that demands instant results and loves quick gratification, is the true rarity. Jeff Bezos didn't just build a company. He didn't just create a sales portal or another virtual store. He forged a mindset so powerful, it still shapes industries today. And here's the brutal truth: that mentality is not reserved for geniuses or billionaires. It's something that, if you have the courage to embrace, can rewrite your own history. Turn your life into something so gigantic, so absurd, it would feel impossible. The great truth, the one no one dares say out loud, is that we all want to win, dream of success, freedom, impact. But when it's time to pay the real price, the room empties. And we're not talking just about money. The real cost is far worse: having faith when no one else believes, enduring years of sowing in the dark, with no promise of harvest, getting up again and again, when the whole world seems to be laughing at you. That price? Being called crazy, deluded, out of touch, watching others move fast, win applause, grab instant attention. Meanwhile, you keep pushing an idea that looks like a ghost to everyone else. And still, you don't let go. Deep down, you know you're not building for today, you're building forever. The next time you think about Amazon, remember, don't reduce it to packages arriving fast at your home. Not just 2-day deliveries or full shopping carts. Think about brutal and lonely decisions made when there were no guarantees. The stubbornness of holding on when everything seemed to be falling apart. The fire that made it all possible from the very start. That fire isn't exclusive to Jeff Bezos, isn't owned by Silicon Valley. That fire lives in you too. It may be small, just a spark. It could have been asleep for years, waiting for you to wake it up. But it's there. All it needs? One thing: your courage to turn it on. Turning it on means committing to a vision that doesn't exist yet, investing time, energy, passion into something most people don't get, walking straight into discomfort, rejection, uncertainty, and still not giving up. Those who dare to light that fire are the ones who persevere, keep going when everything says stop, who rewrite their lives for good, no matter where you're from, no matter how many times you've failed, no matter if today you feel small, invisible, lost. If you light that fire and keep holding the flame even when the wind hits hardest, your story can grow into something huge, unbelievable. One day people will look back and say, "I don't know how he did it, but he did." And believe me, there's nothing more powerful than that. That's all for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, leave your like, and activate the notification bell to have more content like this.